you doing? I hope you're doing fine. I'm connecting. Hi, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here. It has been planned last minute simply because so many energies are coming through that I need to just move with them. And I'm happy to have you here. So let me know if you're watching this live or as a replay, or during the replay. Let me know who's there. Elizabeth is there. Sorry, I'm excited. Just had a light language activation I just shared on TikTok, and I'm like still in the vibe of that was. If you have access to TikTok, I probably will share it on Facebook and YouTube, so don't worry about it. It's a short activation, 1 minute, but it is powerful. So I have a wonderful friend. Unfortunately, I cannot see your name. I have Elizabeth. Thank you for being here. And today we're going to talk about two main elements that are actually the key of your intuitive growth, whether you are new into the intuitive world, whether you have been working on this for quite a while. There's a lot that is involved in the intuitive growth. First of all, recognizing also that you will develop your own intuitive abilities, that you have your own purpose, and you will express those magic powers in a very unique way. But this is among so many other elements that you will need to look at in order to develop your intuitive powers. But if we go to the root elements, to the vital elements that you need to look at, there are two main ones. And if you are clear about these ones too, if you're clear about these ones and you remember them as you evolve on your journey as a light worker, as a healer, as an intuitive who wants to share their intuitive powers, then you have the foundational knowledge. That's all you need to remember. So before I share them, I do invite you to enter a beautiful state of relaxation. We'll start with a wonderful meditation to get us into a zone where we will be able to receive the information I will share from a heart-centered point of view, from an energetic point of view, instead from a mental and cerebral aspect. All right, beautiful ones. By the way, if it's the first time you're joining me, welcome. Thank you for being here. I'm Natalie Restored. I'm a channeler. I specialize in helping light workers unlock their intuitive powers, share their magic with the world in alignment with their soul purpose, what works for them and only them, not copying anyone, not being influenced by anyone, inspired but not influenced, so you can really share your magic in a way that is unique. There are two main things you need to look at, you need to be aware of. Let's close our eyes right now and enter this zone, this energy that is constantly flowing around us all the time. Some people might even sense it as if they were pushing their hands up, down, touching like a fluffy cloud. It's a cloud of energy. So there's a way for you to sense the energies around you, and using your hands to sense whether the energies are really energetic, really activated, or they're dormant, relaxed. Either way, feel this bubble surrounding you, this energetic bubble surrounding you. Feel it and see it in your own way. As this fluffiness around you may have a color or many colors, it may have a shape, or it might be still or in movement. Either way, it's all fine. It's the way your energy field expresses itself today. Take a deep breath in through the nose and release through the nose. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the nose and wait a few seconds before starting your next breathing cycle. And feel the energy around you fluctuating, moving as you are deeply breathing and exhaling. It's as if your energetic field was a heartbeat. With every inhale, it's one beat. Exhale, another beat. And you feel that energy pulsating around you. And through this moment of reconnection with your energetic field, you are also readjusting any kind of unbalanced energetic flow. It's an invitation to center self. It's an invitation to center yourself, but it's also an invitation to make peace within. If you have any intention today, whether you have a question, whether you are in need of clarity, just know that your higher self is always present when we connect. This is what I do. This is what comes with me. I am a higher self connector. Actually, at the beginning, I used to call myself the higher self whisperer, because as soon as I open a vortex, light beings are coming through, but your connection to your higher self is immediate, is up-leveled. So you can hear the guidance, so you can feel the guidance. So if you have any intentions, if you have any questions or you're in need of guidance, feel free to do so. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and simply get ready for what will come through. Beautiful. So today we're talking about the two main elements, core elements. As I said, there are so many. Yes, hello, I'm happy you're here too. Wonderful, I'm happy you're here, guys. So the two main elements are probably probably not something you expect to hear when we talk about the light worker journey, intuitive powers, and all the magic energies around intuitive development. Usually we talk about your guides, we talk about channeling, working with crystals. This is usually the kind of language, the kind of elements that are being mentioned. And I received a strong guidance. And it started a while ago, but I disregarded it because I thought it was boring. Yeah, that's my own judgment. I thought it was not what people were looking for. But what if what people are looking for is not always what people need the most? There has been a time that is slowly dissolving where people were connecting to their higher self, to their star team, to their guides, in the hope of escaping a heavy reality. That's how New Age was promoted. Hello, beautiful one. Hello, my sister. Happy to see you here. And yes, the idea of connecting to high vibrations, what was actually a break from the heaviness of the third dimensional reality, was actually a break from having to figure things out. It was an escape. It was a time away from the heaviness of this dimension. So a lot of people are still entering the New Age movement or the awakening movement with the hope of taking a break, with the hope of seeing something better than what they see every day. And the light working journey, the awakening process, has mainly focused on what looked magical. And it is. But what happens when you enter a field of magic? You learn about your higher self, you learn about your star team, you learn about your past lives. What do you think happens when you just go back to your regular life? That's a question I have for you. What do you think happens? You had a course, you had a session, you had a workshop, you had a retreat. You integrate, it's magical, it's beautiful, and you go back home in your everyday life and you feel that the magic, it's not the same for everyone, but I would say the majority of us awakening, as soon as they get back home, it might take a few days, a few weeks before they realize that their energy flow is going down, is being depleted, and you feel like there's more work to do. What happened? So it's not that it's a bad process. It's the process of an illusion that everything will happen magically, that somebody's going to unlock things for you, unlock your intuitive powers for you, that one person has the way to do it, while your journey into awakening is more a journey of process, of discoveries, of letting go, of rediscovering. It's a continuous journey, and you design that journey. So now that more people are interested in the field of light working, of, again, light worker journey, the starseed journey, everything that seems invisible for most people, you see that a lot of celebrities are entering also that, are promoting that, and it's good for us. It's really good for us. It doesn't matter how much marketing there's behind it, if there is, but I do feel that a lot of them are genuine and they just want to share their journey. And we need light bearers. So whether it's you in your office, in your home, in your workshop, you on video, on social media, or you in front of a lot of people, it doesn't matter. You're just bringing light and you're bringing awareness. But what people disregard is the foundational part. There's two. I'll start with the first one, which is really strengthening the connection with your higher self. Those of you who have been following me for a while will say again, but yes, the higher self is so, so important. Your higher self is you vibrating at a higher frequency, knowing everything about your past, your present, and potential future. And because it's looking at you and observing you from a higher dimensional perspective, it's not vibrating in fear, it's not vibrating in doubt, it's just pure love being sent to you when you're ready to receive it, when you're either channeling, when you're relaxing, when you're doing things you love, when your heart center is open. Everything goes through the heart center. I know we talk about the third eye, and yes, the third eye helps you with clairvoyance. It's one tool that will help you see the messages that are sent to you, but everything comes from the heart center. If you enter this zone of channeling, of receiving multidimensional visions from a position of I'm love, I receive love, I understand my multidimensionality, and I connect to high vibrations and high vibrational beings, I'm ready to receive, I'm ready to give, I'm ready to share, then you're already opening the valve, opening the door to all the gifts, all the clairs, all the powers you will be invited to share. So you open up your heart center, everything comes from the heart center. Everything, 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 everything. The rest are just details. Focus on opening your heart center, and maybe I will share something around that, maybe just an activation, a channeled activation around that topic, so we connect to this. This is the root cause, completely, not the root cause, the root, the foundational element that helps you connect to your higher self without any doubts from whatever you receive, whatever you share. It makes the communication with your higher self clear, because the transmission is a transmission of unconditional love, you to your higher self and back to you, without any judgment, without any doubt. It's clear. Now, that was my first element. Yes, I could add connection to the heart center, but that's more a posture, that's more a setting. Your higher self talks to you all the time, all the time. It may invite an archangel, it may invite a galactic being, it may invite energies without a name or a collective of energies, but everything goes through your higher self. There's nothing that doesn't go through the lens of your higher self that goes to you. Always. It's your strongest guide. You can invoke anything or anyone. If your higher self believes it's for you, it goes through. If it's not meant for you because there's no lesson to integrate, then it won't happen. You may invoke a deity, an entity or whatever. If your higher self thinks that, I'm going to send him, I'm going to send her, it's fine, it might use an energy and you will think you're receiving a certain type of energy, but your higher self is everything you need to know, is everything you need to connect with. After that, yes, you may connect to energies that have other names, but just know that sometimes your higher self gives you what you ask for. You want to talk to Archangel Michael, it will connect to the energy of Archangel Michael and presents itself to you this way. I will read your questions. I know you guys have comments and questions. The second most important element that is being disregarded a lot in courses and trainings that help you up-level your intuitive powers is the emotional healing. And how do you feel about that? How's your emotional state? Do you feel you master all your emotions? Do you feel that sometimes it's up and down? How do you feel about that? I'm curious. Again, when people are teaching ways to up-level your intuitive powers or to connect to your divine self and whatever you can express from this connection, rarely are people who will remind you that once you're disconnected, once you're not channeling, once you're not receiving guidance, you're back in this everyday life. And because you're here, yes, there's a mission of service, of support to humanity, but there's also personal lessons. It's part of the deal. Rare are the people who have nothing more to learn. So up to now, everything you have experienced in life led you to remind you that, yeah, life on earth is also this. I'm learning from this and I'm healing from this so I can share this with other people, with maybe my future clients, my future students. And every time you own your magic, every time you channel and you feel completely uplifted, you feel empowered by this, it doesn't stop there. Your mission as a light worker doesn't stop from the moment you're owning and mastering your powers. You will be invited to speak to people, clients, or maybe family members who are asking details about what you're doing, about what you're developing. If your emotional state is holding some kind of blocks, and blocks may be diverse, the list can be big, and we all have different backgrounds, those blocks will simply stop you from sharing your magic the most fluid and the most crystal clear way. You will hold back. You will maybe use terms that are dimming down the amount of powers you have the ability to share. The emotional clearing, and they're telling me this is coming as a channeling. Emotional clearing, and it's a term I rarely use, is human salvation. Salvation in the sense that remembering that you are an intuitive being is one aspect that allows you to reconnect to all the powers you have to remain a sovereign being, to remain able to see what is right for you and potentially help others. It's rediscovering powers we always had. That is one aspect of you. But we have been coded with different different support systems. The ego, the subconscious mind, some survival instincts. It was part of our programming here on earth. And these are connected to emotions. And sometimes they interfere with your ability and your desire to share your magic. So the survival mode, the fight or flight mode, are connected to fear, anxiety, lack of confidence, fear of being rejected, fear of being judged, fear of not. It's connected to so many things. But it's mainly social, family, cultural acceptance, and it will trigger so many emotions. So if you disregard that, you're only up-leveling your intuitive powers to a limited level. Because every time you'll speak about your intuitive powers, you will have an unresolved emotion telling you, are you sure this is what you're channeling? Are you sure people want to hear about that? Are you sure your family is ready for that? Blah, 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 blah. So you have to work on both. You have to really work on both. So that's where I was kind of lucky in a certain way. I can support my students on this journey because of my training as a hypnotherapist. That's all you do. It's emotional clearing and mental reprogramming. And I didn't know how I would blend all this together. But now I know, for my students, I know. I do it more one-on-one, but I will integrate this definitely in the group program and whatever is going to come in the next months for us. So right now for you, until we can meet again in a group setting, or until, there's an offering that do include both aspects, be aware of your emotions. Do not bypass self-healing. Do not bypass or disregard your emotions and how they speak to you. This is a positive programming. Your emotions are messengers. They're here to tell you whether you're okay with what you're doing, okay with what you're experiencing or not, whether it's coming from you or from the environment, whether it's connected to the collective or your past childhood. Your emotions, if you take time to decode them, will give you the answers to everything I just mentioned. They won't become an energy that is ruling your activities, your expression, your behaviors. They will become as important as what you channel. Your higher self helps you connect to higher dimensions. Your emotions help you connect to your inner world, even if they're not always pleasant. They're just an energy resurfacing to your awareness, and you're aware that, oh, it's not agreeable. What does it mean? What does it connect to? So these are the two core foundational, extremely important elements of your intuitive powers. Humanity, or I should say more intuitive growth or intuitive power growth. Humanity cannot evolve to become a more peaceful species by just reconnecting to the higher self. I mean, I'm pretty sure you observe people around you. Do you really think that giving them intuitive powers would be a good thing, knowing they're still struggling with their own self-confidence, their own identity? You will become better in the term of powerful, clear, intuitive light worker when you will look at what is still in need of clearing within you. The awakening of our planet, of humanity, comes also from emotional healing. And it should be like different stages. And actually, stages that are parallel. I up-level my intuitive powers. I look at my emotional state. It needs clearing. I do everything in my power to clear it. I do not disregard it. And I can up-level my intuitive powers. Oh, it's generating another kind of fear, another kind of discomfort. I look at it. I find ways to heal it. And that's all it does. Sometimes they grow together because your level of integration is so rapid that as soon as you heal something, there's an upgrade. And you see, even my hair is rising. So it goes hand in hand. And at the same time, emotional healing is incomplete if the person is not ready to up-level. But I'll tell you something. A person who is healing themselves emotionally will see very quickly interdimensional guidance come through. So you can start either way, from the emotional healing aspect or the intuitive aspect, but you cannot disregard them. You cannot dissociate them. They're meant to be together. So I will talk a lot more about that, because we need to heal this humanity. We need to heal them. So a person who is stuck in unhealthy relationships and that's all they're attracting, do you think it will be easy for them to focus their energy on intuitive powers? They might have upgrades here and there, but there's something they have to heal in order to share and receive the best of what they can receive. Let me see if you have any questions. Elizabeth, inspiration. Just so tired, especially the last few days. I believe that that opening my heart chakra and releasing blocks is the answer. But I am impatient and a bit lost. So trust that releasing blocks is what I need. Elizabeth, you're just going through the awakening process. You're just going through this, and it's normal to go through ups and downs. Not only do you go through your own awakening process and what it entails, but you are also receiving collective energies, and it will trigger unresolved issues within you. To say that our awakening process will end, I'm not sure it will end with our life, depending on your mission. Maybe you're not meant to come back, maybe you're meant to come back, but what I mean is by the end of our lives, humanity will not have reached its highest level of expression. And so it means that there's a lot of healing in each one of us. So just do whatever feels right for you, or contact me if ever you feel it's heavy. I don't want you to stay in this too long. So I will conclude this conversation with you. Today was all about reminding you how to be empowered. I know some people are asking me questions about what I channel, what I don't channel. To me, I'm not that kind of channeler. I'm really not that kind of channeler. I'm a channeler that has a specific mission, and my mission is really to unlock your intuitive power so you don't rely on anyone else. Actually, the gift for me, the best gift I can receive when I interact with my people is when they say, you know what, I don't need you as often. I don't need your guidance as often. I don't need the support as often. I seem to find ways to do it on my own. Will you be completely free from the need to work with somebody? I will say yes. But with what is happening collectively right now, I'll be honest with you, whenever you feel off, just go to whatever feels good. A walk in nature, a massage. I'm going to Montreal soon, and I did book myself a session with an intuitive person who I found by coincidence, quote unquote, coincidence, on Instagram. I want just to connect to other light workers, and there's no way that I can hold the work of the healer slash guide and the receiver slash client. It's I still need help from my brothers and sisters, and sometimes we think we can do it on our own, but I think the journey is never fully over, but you're getting clear about what you need. So my work is really to help you connect to your soul purpose, develop the intuitive powers you're meant to develop. Some will play with all the powers, some will have dominant powers. And as soon as you know why you're here on this planet and you're clear about your mission, you will channel whomever wants to speak through you. You will attract the people who are meant to work with you. At this point, it's all about getting clear and autonomous, intuitively autonomous. That's the main goal. I'm not interested to have people wanting me to channel all the time for them. It's way, way more productive, because I have a mission, so it's good that I am in the action as well. Productive in the sense that the results will be a lot more solid and a lot more potent if you guys can get your answers. My energy is the energy of an activator. People are meant to come sporadically into my world. People are meant to come, get activated, take a break, integrate, look for other sources of guidance, come back when they need. I'm here, and it's all fine. Everything's all fine. And because I upgrade myself, because humanity upgrades herself, I should say, then when people come back into my world, they will feel that there's something different, and it might resonate with them. So we're all growing together. Might not be at the same speed, it might not be with the same intentions, doesn't matter. Empowerment, that's all it's all about. All right, beautiful ones. So I wish you a wonderful rest of the day. I want to let you know that I will be gone for a few weeks. So I won't come back on Tuesdays. If I do, it's because it's working this way. But I will definitely share videos. I'm convinced that we're going through an even more accelerated awakening. It was already quick, but there's more coming. There's more coming. I feel it in my core, like really the 3 central chakras mainly. I feel it. So it means that you might want to talk about it. So I'll be in the group. I'll be on Facebook. I'll be on YouTube. I'll be on Instagram. And I will definitely have things to share with you as I'm going through my own things. And that definitely will inspire me to share some content. So might not be on Tuesdays, but I'll be there live, or I will just post videos. But please, if you have any kind of visions or questions around your own process, please just share it. It is indeed activating other people, and you also create connections together. All right, I wish you a wonderful day, and we'll talk very soon. Bye bye for now.